Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your July 2025 reading. We're going to get started by getting some cards that'll speak on the overall energy for the month, okay? Spirit, what do you want to say to Virgo here? What will they be working with? Okay, so we're starting off with the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so a lot of creative ideas are coming in, but they're blocked for the month of July. You might feel overwhelmed with creativity, where in the past you might have felt like, I'm dried out, I have no ideas. Now you're being flooded, but now there's a new block of actually being able to go forward with the ideas, okay? Okay, so let's go a little deeper. Okay, we got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Connections to others is also blocked in July. Perhaps you have a creative idea and you want to share it with somebody that brings a lot to the table as well. But for some reason, there's creative block, but there's also communication block. Feels like you want to do something within a group of people. You want to express your idea and bring in other talents to this idea, or many ideas actually. And going forward is proving to be very difficult, okay? Why is that, Spirit? Can you go a little deeper? I'm gonna grab one more card for the overall energy. Why is that? Page of Cups. Okay. Something is fleeting, okay? The page offers new emotional beginnings to something, but in this deck particularly, he seems kind of somewhere else. He seems like he's floating away, you know? So perhaps you've expressed this really cool creative idea to somebody that you find that would also be interested in coming along for the adventure. And because I'm getting this impression that they're like, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea, sure, I'm on board, but there's been no real passion on their end. This is a peculiar reading as well. Okay, I've had a couple of these for July. Okay, so let's get some blessings. Spirit, what are some blessings for Virgo? The moon. Oop, slipping away from me, the moon. Okay. Your intuition has some answers for you, but you have to dive deep, like this lady in the water here. Both your shadow and your light self, represented by these two wolves here, the black and the white, are trying to integrate something from your subconscious. And there's where the answers lie that you're looking for. So a lot of deep introspection for July is needed, okay? Because again, I think you're trying to go forward with something and bring some creative people along the way, but the response is not what you were looking for. or so it feels, okay? Something I feel like hasn't been revealed yet to me, like I'm missing something as I'm reading along here, but maybe it'll come up. What about challenges for Virgo? Challenges for Virgo. Okay, Knight of Swords in reverse, okay? I think there is a need to recognize some flighty behavior somewhere. That's what I'm saying. I feel like these two cards are connected in some way. Somebody is just somewhere else. The passion isn't there as much as you'd like it to be. This feels like it's branching out in a couple different directions now. This might be a story of relationships for some of you. This picture we're painting here. And you're very passionate about something within the relationship. Because again, here's this family card coming up, right? But it's in reverse. So I feel like there's not a reciprocation. And then here it is showing up that they're flighty. And with this challenge coming in, the challenge is to recognize that somebody isn't on board the same as you are within a relationship. And the answer lies somewhere in your subconscious, the answer you're looking for. And others of you, it's not as deep as that. It's more, it's more about a project. It's something that you're really passionate about and you really believe in. And the commitment from others just isn't there overall. If it's a project or if it's a relationship, there's something about the other side, whatever you're looking to get from them, it's not reciprocal, it's not coming back, okay? Especially with these two flighty cards here, okay? They're interested in something else. But what will help with this Knight of Swords in reverse? What will help with this challenge, Spirit? Page of Pentacles. Okay, for those of you that it's a project, you might have to restructure how you're going to go about this passion project. Okay, so you can change this to be unblocked because an opportunity is coming up for you. Okay, the Page of Pentacles has a message of opportunity. All right, but there has to be some restructuring of how you're going to go about this fiery passion. Like in this picture here, you can see above her forehead is this giant flame. So it's, and Virgo is more of, works through things more through a thinking process, right? So you're really thinking about this passion a lot. More than feeling it, I think. You're more grounded, Virgo, which makes sense. But others with this, again, there's this, a few of you that have to work through some sort of flightiness from a loved one, okay? And I'm not quite sure what the answer is here. It lies in your subconscious. But let's pull a moon card. Okay, let's take a look. Actually, let's get this moon deck. Feel drawn to this one. Let's see what it circles around. What's the message, the subconscious message that's hidden in the dark that both her or his light and shadow self is speaking on. That's a small message. Oh, you got two. Okay, a new start is coming. This is from the moon, okay? This is one of the messages coming from this moon card. A new start is coming. Okay, with regards to the end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, so as something tough is leaving, I think that's why this is hard to read, this reading, because there's all this flighty energy that you're struggling through. That's the end of a tough cycle coming in. And a new start is also approaching with this Pentacles, this Page of Pentacles. Can I get one more advice card about this Page of Pentacles? How should they approach this opportunity? Okay, that one didn't fully fall. Oh, okay. Okay. Something that is very flighty energy brings up the Three of Swords and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Something causes your heart a lot of pain, as you can see in the Three of Swords, because there's not a reciprocal give and take. This card is the give and take card, okay? Like equally when it's upright. Six of Pentacles, seen here. Okay, you can see two hands back and forth, giving and receiving, and you have it in reverse. So that's what's going to help with your challenge, to recognize that something is not working anymore. Something isn't giving you what you need. This one's been a difficult read for me. It feels like there's a lot coming and going. And this Knight of Swords is really hard to read for me. Again, I kind of think the Knight of Swords represents Gemini energy mostly. And it could be any air sign, but I'm reading it as Gemini. And they have a lot of good qualities, but since it's in reverse, they can be two-faced, they can be flighty, they can not take responsibility for their actions, accountability. There's something that you've been looking for within a give and take kind of relationship, and it's just not happening on the Gemini energy, whoever that is. Okay, they don't have to be Gemini, but that's what Spirit's showing me through some feelings. Okay, and okay, and some of you as well, like I said before, it could be as light as a project, where you can find yourself feeling like you're really passionate about something, other people not so much, and that's a little easier to move out of. You can readjust, restructure the way you want to go about this, and go in on this alone with the Page of Pentacles. With relationships, it's a little bit more difficult, right? Because the heart is involved. Okay, but anyway, that's what seems to be coming up for you in July. Okay, sorry this was a little bit all over the place, but there's a lot of hard to grasp energy, you know what I mean? Again, with this flighty energy, it's hard to pull on what is actually being seen. Okay, let's get you an old saying to wrap up the reading. Oh, my light. Hope it's on. It's just backwards. Okay. It's been a very frustrating reading on many parts here. Okay. Okay, what can help Virgo here? Rome wasn't built in a day. I think that's a great saying for when we get new ideas, we want to jump right into it and we don't understand why we're blocked sometimes. It's because our outer worlds don't match our inner worlds, and that's why this Ace of Wands, is blocked. Okay? It's important to remember that these things take time, and you're great at that, Virgo, of taking slow, strategic steps. But it's just a friendly reminder that if this is a very passionate project of yourself, you might have to go back a few times and restructure. You might have to go in on it alone, even though I felt like at the beginning of this reading, you really want to bring in other talents, and possibly you will, but there needs to be some restructuring before this can fully manifest, okay? Okay. And the second one is wisdom begins in wonder. That's a beautiful saying. Wisdom begins in wonder. Let's pull a card for that. It's not so clear. What wisdom begins in wonder, Spirit? Ten of Cups in reverse. Here's that family coming up again. We got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Cups. There's a double message here about something to do with wisdom begins with wonder and not seeing people for who they truly are, it seems. Wisdom and understanding by questioning your world around you, I believe, is what the answer is here. Okay? But really find out where this Three of Swords and Six of Pentacles is coming from. It causes you some heartache about some imbalance. Okay? Someone's more interested in acting flighty, not taking responsibility. And this saying is very important for that as well. Wisdom begins in wonder, wondering and asking questions as to, is this worth it for me? Right, Virgo? Is this energy what I want in return? Right? Or do I want this Six of Pentacles upright? Right? Reciprocal. Okay, Virgo. Again, I apologize. This one was a little bit messy because this is a lot of all over the place energy. There's some creativity going on. There's some flightiness going on. There's some heartache going on. It's a busy month for July, but I hope you got some clarity, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Take care, Virgo. Bye.